Hello people, this is JB from Magus and you're watching Stormbringer, the Austrian heavy sign.
Welcome you to the interview of the Austrian heavy scene Stormbringer. And I have to thank you for your music. It's really inspiring for me. Every album, I really admire it. And so the first question for this tour, it's logical that you someday that you tour with MANOWAR because of the Viking image, of course. So why did it take so long that you tour with MANOWAR?
Well, we actually did a tour with MANOWAR before in 2012, but that was only in the UK and Ireland. And but we had a lot of fun on that tour, and I think we kind of we got along really well with them. So when they asked us to do this tour, we just said, yeah, absolutely. I mean, and it feels really good. Things are working out really well.
Okay, so it's for you. It's the first time that you play at the Gasometer. So that's the biggest venue here. You played at the Vibe Room, at the Scene.
Yeah.
And now you're here with MANOWAR. That they played very often here in the Gasometer. But I'm really glad that you're on this tour. But I also think that maybe. You're a true metal band. Would you describe yourself as a true metal band?
Well, the thing is that I think true metal is not a genre.
Okay.
You have to earn. Yeah. Okay. You have to earn the honor to be called true metal. So that's up to other people to say.
Okay.
Other people can say Magus are true metal.
Okay.
You can't be a band and say we play true metal unless you're MANOWAR.
Yeah, that's right. So, but for musical style, you're more in a traditional heavy metal band, and for me, one band is very popular at the moment with the clear lyrics, which is Sabaton. And so, have you toured with Sabaton?
We've never toured with Sabaton, but we've played. We both played other festivals with them, but we also played at their festival in Falun, which is the city where I actually grew up, and they're from that city. So they invited us to play that festival. So, but we've never toured with them.
But one day maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Hopefully, yeah.
So it's now. I saw you also in Berlin with Accept.
Yeah.
There now they are Accept is supporting Sabaton.
Yeah, I know.
So I hope that you will be more popular over the years, and
so do I.
Yeah. For this tour, you also tour with Testament. So I think it's cool to tour with Testament too. Yeah. So how you experience on this tour?
It's been great. Like I said, us and Amon get along great, but also Testament have been fantastic. So it's now after a month, everyone is like really cool with each other. You know, and we have a lot of fun with everyone in all the bands, and Testament are great. I mean, they're like real legends, so it's really an honor to tour with them, and they play great every night, and it's just been a really, really good package,
Yeah, I think so too, So for me, MANOWAR, they played very often at the festivals, also in Austria, but on tour, I also saw them on festivals many times, but here for me it was the package that made me come here to Vienna.
Cool.
And I'm glad that I'm here for the show.
Cool.
So last question to the tour or general touring. How was touring at the beginning of your career with Magus? You toured with Orange Goblin.
Yeah. The first tour we did was with Orange Goblin and an American band called Roadsaw. And that was in 2002, I think. Pretty long tour. It's over 6 weeks, and it was really tough because we were constantly drunk, 24 hours a day, and it was so much craziness going on. So that was a tough first tour, and I was already I was over I think I was 31, and that was my first tour.
Okay.
So it was pretty rough, because when you're 20, you're like, you can do whatever you want, you know. But yeah, so we started touring quite late, and that first tour took me fucking months to recover from that. Yeah, but it was cool. I mean, we had a lot of fun, absolutely.
So that leads me to a question: what did you do before this tour? Before founding Magus?
Well, I started playing in bands very early, but they never became anything, you know. It was just, now we have this band, and then someone left and we got someone new, and blah blah blah. And when I met Fox in Stockholm, that must have been around like 95 or something like that, maybe 94 even. So I had kind of a few bands going on, or things that never really became anything. But when I met Fox, then we kind of got more organized, and then started Grand Magus. But I've never been in any proper bands before that, you know. Okay. Just trying to do something cool.
Yeah, and you do. You started with your
I guess so. I mean, it takes some time, to do different things before you realize what your goal should be, musically.
Yeah, so I already did an interview with Fox for the Triumphant, at the Triumphant Power Tour, and we went through all your albums, so the whole discography, and so at the moment you're more playing actual songs from the latest albums. Is there a chance that you play songs from Monument again, more the Doom songs, or Kingslayer at least?
Yeah, I think we're gonna play Kingslayer on this tour actually, but later in the tour, because there's like 10 gigs or something that we are main support on. So then we play for longer, and then we're gonna play Kingslayer.
Okay.
I mean, who knows? Of course we can play the older songs, maybe something from Monument. I don't think we will play anything from the first album. We did play Lodbrok for quite a long time live, but the rest of the stuff, I think it's too different from what we're doing now to really fit in, Okay. But from Monument and onwards, definitely.
Okay, yeah, cool. Looking forward to it. So I have to go to another show to see.
Yeah, headline show.
So for me, Iron Will was the first album, and for me it's a masterpiece. So it was opening my mind for a new musical style also, and so there's a lot of mysticism and nature, atmospheric nature in it. When the ore strikes the water, it's an epic track. I really love it. So do you also think about these elements, these nature elements, to get them physical on stage with fire and wind? And
we don't have any stage show like that.
Okay.
We've never had that. Sometime in the future it would be great to have pyro and things like this, but we've never done it, and I don't really have any particular reason for that. It's just the way it's happened,
Okay.
But you get plenty of stuff going on with MANOWAR's show, so
For me, it's as I like also MANOWAR and Grand Magus, both favorite bands of mine. So I'd like to. For me, it feels like Grand Magus is a natural progression of the best years of MANOWAR.
Wow.
So it's good that you're here after Kings of Metal or even Hail to England. That's for me the classical period ended with Hail to England for me, and So, was this a specific time where, for your songwriting, where MANOWAR got more as an influence for you?
That's a good question. I mean, I've always been listening to MANOWAR. They're one of my absolute favorite bands. But I guess that kind of influence became more obvious, recently, or from maybe even from Hammer of the North and onwards.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe musically.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, Hammer of the North. I think. So afterwards, the Hunt, you had also a lot of classical heavy metal influences.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, the climax, or after Iron Will, was the Triumph of the Power album, and now the album Sword Songs. It's for the title. It's reminded me of Battle Hymns, of course. Is it this obvious for you? Why did you choose this title? Or did you think of it?
It's more like I've never really thought about it in that way, actually.
Really?
But you're right. I mean, there's an obvious connection there somehow. I just think that maybe that's where the influence comes on strongest, because we write about similar topics, and then titles become similar somehow. It's not really conscious. It's more. I think it's fucking cool,
Yeah.
It's just something. It's not trying to. We're not trying to rip them off, and we're not. I think people who like that kind of metal, they know exactly why they like it, and why Sword Songs is a good title, or Triumph of Power is a good title, or why Triumph of Steel is a good title,
Yeah.
It says something emotionally, and that's a long answer, but that's the way it works for me,
Yeah. So I think I also have the same.
I think you do.
Yeah.
You understand.
I understand.
Yeah.
But what do you think? Last question to MANOWAR is: what do you think about their development over the 90s and now, and that they announced now the final tour?
It's hard to imagine that they will stop.
Mm-hmm.
It feels very strange, When I heard about it, I was like, wow, what's going to happen then? A world without MANOWAR?
You take over.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I don't know why they decided to stop, but if they feel that it's time to stop, then there's nothing you can say about that, really. But I'm gonna miss them, and hopefully I get a chance to see them on the last tour.
Mm-hmm.
I saw them on the tour before that, and they were awesome. Saw them in Stockholm. Fucking awesome.
Yeah,
One of the best shows I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So they're still super good live. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, I also have the same opinion. I saw them twice this year in Bratislava and Brünn.
Yeah.
And Eric Adams is a god singer.
Yeah.
But your voice is also one of the best
cool.
in heavy metal, and also your guitar playing. It's really, you have a cool band. Cool. So I got the impression that you're a very serious guy. At least the music is very serious. Mm-hmm. And I thought before I met you that you never smile on stage.
Really?
So, but now I see it's different. So you're also a funny guy, have a lot of fun on tour.
Yeah, I mean, I think different people have different faces. Mm-hmm. And I guess I have a face that looks pretty, serious. That doesn't mean that I'm serious all the time.
Okay.
And I mean, some nights when I really enjoy playing and I'm really in the mood and the crowd is great, of course smile.
Okay.
I have a problem with smiling.
Okay. So last question, coming to your shirt. Also, you have as an intro you use the Conan emblem of the Chrome, and why did it came to that?
It's just number one. It's one of my favorite movies. I saw it when I was very as a kid. It came out in '82. I was 11 then, so I saw it on video, and I was like, whoa. But I read the comics before that.
Okay.
And I love the music instantly, and I think especially, Our Little Crumb is just one of my favorite pieces of music, and I think it's perfect for a intro for a concert with Magus.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is. So when I first hear these tunes, it's amazing. So yeah, I think we're at the end of the interview.
Cool.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Hopefully see you again.
Yeah.
And just last words to the audience of Stormbringer.
What can I say? Stay heavy.